Residents in the southern Turkish province of Hatay claim the chemical weapons used in an August attack in Syria's capital Damascus were used by al-Qaeda-linked al-Nusra Front insurgents and not the Syrian government. Farid Maini, a Hatay resident and an activist, himself told me those chemicals were sent to Syria from Turkey.
America and Israel had al-Qaeda use chemical weapons in order to push us into war. None of us want war here. In the history of Hatay, we all lived peacefully side by side. Now there is Mossad, CIA, al-Qaeda all over the place. We are worried they might also use chemical weapons against us.
The reason the Turkish government is allowing the transfer of weapons, residents believe, is because they are trying to create a pretext, or what is also known as a false flag operation, in order to wage war on its neighbor, Syria.
4 months ago, Turkish security forces found a 2 kg cylinder with sarin gas after searching the homes of Syrian militants from the Al-Qaeda and Al-Nusra. They are using our borders to take the gas into Syria. The Syrian president has no reason to kill his own people.
The U.S. claims the chemical attack that took place in the Syrian capital Damascus on August 21st claimed 1,429 lives. Meanwhile, foreign-backed militants continue to operate freely in Turkey's Bab al-Hawa international border crossing, using ambulances and trucks with labels of major NGOs to get around with no delay. This is the international Bab al-Hawa border crossing between Turkey and Syria. This point has gained infamy for allowing through members of al-Qaeda, including the al-Nusra Front. People living in this area have told me they believe the chemical weapons used on the August 21st attack in Damascus, Syria, were sent in through this crossing. Serena Shim, Press TV, Hatay, Turkey.
Spread into Central Asia began to target Xinjiang province in China. And Xinjiang province is the westernmost province bordering Tibet province. And there the Gulen movement began working among the Uyghur people, an ethnic group that are historically Turkic people. And what they would do is, when they were still below the Chinese intelligence radar, they would recruit young Uyghur students who would be quite normal students and bring them to Turkey into special Gulen schools, universities, and so forth. And in documented cases, they would come out of this education process as fanatical jihadists ready to die for Allah. And then they would be sent to places like Syria to do battle with Al-Qaeda type jihadist organizations.
Is there any special reason why they've chosen Xinjiang province, other than them being Turkic? Is there any other reason?
Well, the CIA has targeted Xinjiang province for unrest and destabilizations. The World Uyghur Congress is based in Washington, and Riba Kadir, the millionaire president of the World Uyghur Congress, works very closely with the CIA's National Endowment for Democracy, which is their vehicle for destabilizing countries and creating color revolutions and so forth. But the Xinjiang province is crucial, strategically crucial for China, because it's the, number one, it's the center of much domestic oil and gas production for China, but number two, even more critically, all of the oil and gas pipelines from Kazakhstan, from Russia, for the most part, have to go through Xinjiang province into the eastern parts of China. So if the CIA can put pressure or potentially create a terrorist movement in Xinjiang province that would blow up those pipelines, they could really wreak havoc, as they did, the same CIA did in Çeçenya.
Cumhuriyet tarihinin en büyük terör saldırısının arkasından terör örgütü El-Kaide'ye bağlı El-Nusra cephesi çıktı. Hatay İl Jandarma Komutanlığı tarafından hazırlanan gizli ve ivedi damgalı uyarı yazısında Suriye Devlet Başkanı Beşar Esad karşıtı terör örgütü El-Kaide'ye yakınlığıyla bilinen El-Nusra cephesinin bomba yüklü araçlarla Türkiye'de eylem yapacağı iddiaları yer aldı. Ancak hükümetin kanadından saldırıdan hemen sonra Esad yönetimini sorumlu tutan açıklamalar geldiğini de unutmamak gerekiyor.
Siz biraz belirttiğiniz zaman ben çok net soracağım. El-Kaide bağlantısı var mı?
Şu anda El-Kaide bağlantısı yoktur.
İçişleri Bakanı Muammer Güler saldırıdan bir gün sonra bu açıklamayı yapmıştı. Ama gelişmeler Bakan Güler'in söylediklerinin farklı istikametinde bir seyir izliyor. Türkiye'yi sarsan Hatay Reyhanlı'daki terörist saldırının arkasından Suriye'deki isyancılar teröristler çıktı. RETEK adlı hacker grubu bazı belgeleri yayınladı. Belgeler gündemi sarstı. Hatay İl Jandarma Komutanlığı tarafından hazırlanan gizli ve ivedi damgalı uyarı yazısında Suriye Devlet Başkanı Beşar Esad karşıtı terör örgütü El-Kaide'ye yakınlığıyla bilinen El-Nusra cephesinin bomba yüklü araçlarla Türkiye'de eylem yapacağı iddiaları yer aldı. RETEK tarafından yayınlanan Kahramanmaraş İl Jandarma Komutanlığı'ndan Jandarma Genel Komutanlığı'na gönderilen ihbar yazısında Suriye plakalı ve bomba yüklü 4 araçla ilgili bilgiler yer aldı. Yazıda El-Nusra cephesinde faaliyet gösteren şahıslarca bomba yüklü araçların Türkiye'ye yönelik saldırıda kullanılacağı, son gelişmeler ışığında olayın sınır bölgelerimize ve dolayısıyla ülkemize yönelebileceği değerlendirilmektedir denildi. RETEK'in yayınladığı belgelerle ilgili İçişleri Bakanlığı ya da Jandarma Genel Komutanlığı'ndan herhangi bir açıklama yapılmadı. Ancak hükümet kanadından saldırıdan hemen sonra Esad yönetimini sorumlu tutan açıklamalar gelmişti.
Kesinlikle biz Türkiye Cumhuriyeti Devleti'nin İçişleri Bakanı olarak kesin bulgulara göre konuşuyorum.
İçişleri Bakanı Muammer Güler, saldırganlar Suriye'deki rejim ve istihbarat yanlısı örgütle bağlantılı demiş. Başbakan Yardımcısı Beşir Atalay da saldırıyı düzenleyen örgüt ve mensuplarının Suriye'deki rejim yanlısı El Muhaberat örgütüyle bağlantılı oldukları belirlenmiştir şeklinde bir açıklama yapmıştı.
Ülkemizin değişik kesimlerinde.
Hükümet kanadından yapılan açıklamalarda Başbakan Erdoğan'ın tavrı da dikkat çekici.
Olay kesinlikle rejimle alakalı bir olaydır. Ve rejim bu işin arkasındadır. Bu belli. Bu olayların muhalif güçlerle yakından uzaktan alakası yok.
Saldırıdan sonra yaptığı açıklamada Esad yönetimini işaret eden Erdoğan, Amerika Birleşik Devletleri ziyaretinden sonra ise faili şudur demek için yargı kararı beklenmelidir demişti.
Yargı kanaatini açıklamadığı sürece bu konuda şudur diyemeyiz. Yargı kesin kanaatini açıkladığı zaman fail budur. Evet, bunu deriz.
Syria is an opportunity for us because Syria plays an important role in the Middle East, particularly right now. Syria is Iran's only ally in the Arab world. It's their route to the sea. It's the route for them to arm Hezbollah in Lebanon, which threatens, of course, our ally Israel. And so seeing Syria remove Assad is a very high priority for us. We need to make sure as well that we coordinate this effort with our allies, and particularly with Israel. But the Saudis and the Qatari and the Turks are all very concerned about this. They're willing to work with us. We need to have a very effective leadership effort in Syria, making sure that the insurgents there are armed.
And so everything we're doing in consultation with our partners in the region, including Israel, which obviously has a huge interest in seeing what happens in Syria, coordinating with Turkey, and other countries in the region that have a great interest in this.
About 10 days after 9/11, I went through the Pentagon and I saw Secretary Rumsfeld and Deputy Secretary Wolfowitz. I went downstairs just to say hello to some of the people on the joint staff who used to work for me, and one of the generals called me in. He said, "Sir, you got to come in and talk to me a second." I said, "Well, you're too busy." He said, No. He says, "We've made the decision. We're going to war with Iraq." This was on or about the 20th of September. I said, "We're going to war with Iraq. Why?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "I guess they don't know what else to do." So I said, "Well, did they find some information connecting Saddam to Al-Qaeda?" He said, No. He says, "There's nothing new that way. They've just made the decision to go to war with Iraq." He said, "I guess it's like we don't know what to do about terrorists, but we got a good military and we can take down governments." And he said, "I guess if the only tool you have is a hammer, every problem has to look like a nail." So I came back to see him a few weeks later, and by that time we were bombing in Afghanistan. I said, "Are we still going to war with Iraq?" And he said, "Oh, it's worse than that." He said, he reached over on his desk, he picked up a piece of paper, and he said, I just got this down from upstairs, meaning the Secretary of Defense's office today, and he said, "This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran."
Türkiye'nin Orta Doğu'da bir görevi var. Nedir o görev? Biz geniş Orta Doğu ve Kuzey Afrika projesinin eş başkanlarından bir tanesiyiz. Ve bu görevi yapıyoruz biz.
And Allah will raise his voice and Allah will say, "I am the Almighty Allah. I am the Almighty Allah. For whom is the divine rule today? For whom is the power today? For whom is the kingdom today? I am the King of all kings. Where are your dictators? Where are your oppressors? No one will answer. Allah himself will answer. And Allah will say, power is for Allah. Might is for Allah. The one, the only, the irresistible.
These are dark times, there is no denying.